Ladies and gents, welcome back to Conversations with me, Kagiso, the Palmaris. And today, like I said, we have one of the greatest in the industry. You name them, your comedian, your greater MC, your motivational speaker, the one and only Awa. Korenga tagiri kuyaga line. Ito bayala pisha. Leisa La Maisa wala. Yagine mo lema mota. Yeah, big time. Leisa La Maisa.
Yes, how are you, my brother?
I'm fine. How are you?
KG,
yeah.
The slender boy.
The slender boy.
Yeah, no, we tell a Katija of Mama Niga.
Mama Niga,
yeah. I did tell my boy about Hona Paul.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, if you don't give me an answer now.
Yeah.
Keep your peace.
Keep your peace.
No, Kagiso is like, no, Kagiso, but you're putting me in the pressure. Why are you putting me in the spotlight like that? So I'm happy to see my brother.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Retweebaka.
Yeah, Retweebaka. Now the KG. Make sure you're not the robots.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Leisa La Maisa. So my guy, MC, comedy, but no, let's start with background.
Yes.
Yeah, Leisa La Maisa. Always wanted to know why Leisa La Maisa, because it has now turned into a name.
Yes.
Yeah. It has turned into a name. So from Leisa La Maisa, or from your background to Leisa La Maisa. Now, I think Leisa La Maisa is a brand.
Yes.
Yeah. So take us through that one.
Look, Leisa La Maisa is a name, and I'm a brother, big brother of 4 siblings.
Okay.
My younger sisters are 4. I'm the 5th one and the firstborn.
Oh, okay.
So they are all. So remember growing up, my mom was that like that.
Strict.
Oh yeah. CC and all that. So I was the only one who's allowed to floor, to make floors and come late, go and play soccer. So like my sister would be like, maybe my mom will be furious with me. I could tell her, "Mama, we tell Lisa when."
Oh,
you know?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We tell Lisa. Yeah. Mama, Papa. You know, when we grew up, everybody will tell you that Tata Weta So that was always the case, you know.
Yeah.
That was always the case. So yeah, I think that's where my name comes from.
So it
my
comes from the family, yeah.
Yeah, my younger sister, one Tatelang, Deborah, so he brought the name.
Oh,
so,
then now it turned into a brand.
Yeah, so whenever I'm maybe I get any Shiro, they will go like, Shiro Elisa.
Let them share.
Yeah, let them share. Papa, you know.
Yeah, no, I see. And your upbringing background, you are from, I heard it's Wana Sliting.
Yes, Sliting.
Okay.
Yeah, I was born here. I had I grew up between 2 places, to be exact. I grew up in Randfontein. My father was a mine worker, and then I grew up in Sliting. So I have both experience of city life and village life.
Village life, yeah.
Yeah, I came here. I came back home around 1987. And then I started my school here, and I was proud because I was from multiracial school. Yeah, so I was fluent in English at a very early age and all that. So yeah, I grew up between the 2 places, and my father,
Why back?
No, why back? I always say I can't even match my father.
Okay.
The loyalty of my father towards my family, and my mom, is so outstanding.
I hear you.
I don't want to lie. I've never seen it, and I don't think it's possible for anybody to have such a loyalty. So whenever I gauge, I'm a married man now.
Yeah.
Whenever I gauge my loyalty to my wife, it's not the same as the loyalty of my father. To my mother and my family. So in everything, from when my father was able to take care of us extraordinarily,
I guess.
From when I felt like a miracle mining, he was in a top official in the mines, worked, and then he was a qualified skilled miner.
Okay.
So did diesel mag and all those things. So yeah, from Gary Dula, I will have a record firm, and then I return to a record firm. I will a little money Friday, each and every Friday. So his loyalty to us has always been the same.
Outstanding, eh?
Yeah.
So, getting into the industry, what has been your ideal profession from your upbringing? I agree. There are those, I wanted to be a lawyer. I wanted to be, you name them. I want to believe you also had a personal profession you looked up to, apart from what you are doing now.
Funny, I've never heard.
Seriously?
I've never heard. Look, I'm a very spiritual person.
Okay.
And then from a young age, I had a very strong covenant with Christ.
Yeah.
And that has nothing to do with the church.
Too much.
And I just believed Christ knows what I should be. And I never had I don't have an ideal car. I never had an ideal wife.
Okay.
I never had an ideal job. I never had an ideal profession. For that matter, I passed my matric very well.
Okay.
And my father forced that I must go to Rau.
Yeah.
I never enjoyed my stay in 6 months stay in Rau. I dropped out. I never enjoyed my stay. I never knew the block I was attending. I never knew what subject I was doing. Apparently it was psychology. And then later I changed psychology, and I did LLB partially.
Okay.
Dude, I never enjoyed anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never till I left and I dropped out and I got a job in the banking industry. I never knew the block I was supposed to attend. I never attended the right class because I never talked to anybody.
That's not your in thing. You're not there
no. I'm from a village, and my thing was that I must pass matric and go and work.
Oh yeah, I see.
So my dad said, "No, you passed very well," and all my life so you passed very well. My father, he was there leading me follow at training, go Brandfontein, Resipela, and you know. So I then I left around. But all I'm saying is that I never had an ideal profession. I don't have an ideal cemetery.
Okay.
I don't have an ideal
but I did see
disease,
that you were in politics.
Yes.
Yeah, I read somewhere about it.
Yes, yeah.
So you went into it. Was that your in thing, Yona? Besides others? Or
no,
you
politics,
fell into it?
Politics and me has always been together.
Okay.
I spent 7 years in secondary.
Oh.
Yeah, I failed twice. But I always had this thing that I'm bright.
No.
But politics led me to fail twice.
Because of the mentality
I've always been
politics,
now I have no class. I have one. I live in a classless society. I live in a fearless society.
I hear you.
So I was liberated very young, and I would question anything. And I grew up in a society where there was a social segregation.
Oh.
Yeah, at the Form 1, when I'm Mr. Go for an example. I have nothing against one teacher, but I'm giving you an example. When I'm Mr. And then so yes, that is in a society where social people are clustered in according to socio-economic levels. So my politics was a politics of right and wrong, politics of segregation, and it was not, my politics were never even racial.
Oh, okay.
It was a politics of right and wrong. But we are treated wrong here, and others are treated right. And it has nothing to do. So when growing up, when I got to university, that 6 months I spent it there. And then I later went back to join the working class. I was in unions. I led in unions. Then I led in social in SSCP, South African Communist Party, Young Communist League, Youth League, and ANC mother body, and then I eventually went to EFF when it was formed. So politics follows me. Even now, I'm very still
Leisa in politics.
Yeah, no, they chose me, and yeah.
Get into the spotlight. Let's now talk comedy.
Yes.
I think the one thing you're most known for now.
Yes.
I want to know how it started, because I watched this other video, and then you were explaining I think it was another interview you had.
Yeah.
You explained how it all started, in the sense that it started without you planning it.
Yes.
And then one way or the other, you saw this thing should be working, and you checked on how people received the thing.
Yes.
And then you started to go about it. Now, my question with this one is that I always wanted to question the way you come up with the ideas or the videos you are making. Because if you check, most times you are driving,
yes,
or you are at your place,
yes,
it's like a thought came to mind, and then you felt, man, I should talk about this. So I want to know if you can explain how the ideas towards the videos come to you, and then you feel like, I segregate, for instance.
Yes.
You see.
Look, I always tell people that now I tell a story of life.
Oh, yeah.
And brought by the wisdom of life that all of us have.
Yes.
Because we are living. Life on its own is a school. And with either you take the lessons or you ignore them till the lessons ignore you.
Okay.
So I don't plan anything. I'm not good in planning. I'm good in execution.
Oh, I see.
Yes. Planning young in Felishapelo. I'll do and move. So I just sit and talk.
That's it.
Sometimes, to be gain a momentum, like as I talk and everything. So nothing that I don't plan when I go to the stage. I don't plan. I sit with people and have fun and do that. So my wife always says no, Grata Muriela comedy show, even if we talk serious things at the house.
But I think in doing it adds more light into the comedy is that the language itself.
Yes.
Yeah. People are falling in love with your comedy guy is the language. That's why you are saying your wife would think you are even performing for her at all times, because it's in a way funny.
Yes.
If you switch now to the language, we're gonna talk a different story altogether. Yes. So I think, is that an advantage towards your work?
Yeah. And remember,
proud.
And imperegage kudu mo elore ke bone le gore na gale look I work in the industry. Okay, they were there Bumashabela.
Yes.
They were there Abang salesmen. I have high respect for them. But yeah, but I think comedian, this side of Leboa.
Yes.
This side of Bupedi. General. So and so I think language.
Yes.
And environmental
oh yeah.
Yeah. Wetsang tlohela ke so kushaya a ile ga dikitchen ga ragadi agwe a bua wa fitsa. Yeah. So I think nama ya unlock ntewe batho ba thoma my followership is as far as Lesotho. Botswana, I already got about 3 invitations to go and perform in Botswana, but the COVID thing has dealt with
restricted,
the issue. Yeah, so you know what about polelwe ya semotwana.
Oh yeah.
Ya mphahlele ga sekhukhune. E be sene boramekai ba ba njolo. There's nothing special about me. I don't think I'm the last one.
Okay.
But I was one of the first.
Yes.
To bravery take it there to the people, and I'm hoping that men will come and I'm waiting for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uru kujanyana.
Lisa, opalake tomo, yeah. You know, because we have so much to tell.
Yeah, but checking from the videos that you made already, check those that I managed to go and watch. Your comedy is just outspoken. It has no vulgar. You don't insult. Like, not to talk of other people, but other comedians, they would talk and they say, but no, RDO comedian, they want to talk about sex.
Yes.
They want to talk about something that might offend the audience.
Yes.
So I think it's also an advantage, but they are finding a new concept towards comedy, where a person is just like narrating life, and we all agree to the picture he's giving us. You see, so I think the language, it's nice. You would find someone in Lesotho, like you are saying, or Gauteng, because it's fun to listen to. Even like it is now, it's the it thing, it's trends. So I think it should be working. It should be working big time.
Yeah, and I get it. Like if I go to so Valka,
I remember
in my family. And you know, parents are they're very strict.
Very strict.
Yeah, and till
oh yeah.
So like now I reckon guys should tabanyana jabu the meeting let go bullet channel na gigi and how you behave in the church can lead for you to la late. So everything our parents were watching us like hawks,
yeah,
and so environment permanent and highly intensified supervision.
Yeah,
so
high security.
So consciously
oh yeah,
so it's a more mentality or ho bolela o nagane ska no volala mere e ke tla go raka mo ska no volela ngwana unyaka gore ga botswena. So always you must bolela tabo ya khopela mmago something
must think
wa nagana wa go tsore wa dia 2-3 concept wa di limited ka bana no ye ka se bereka ene ye e tlo ndi gore kala le gilile. So ye orare ka bereka amara ka mpetha ka e bana ka tsore mosadi wa ntholela ye ke hlatsitse ke cleanile ke reviewile e ka ba submitiwa.
Yeah. The other thing, Leisa, is that I like the concept, your relation with people.
Yes.
For a fact, a lot of people change.
Yes.
When they get to the spotlight. Let's use the word celebrity for argument's sake. Whenever someone gets to that limelight, and then followership, fan basing, that time you get to be your own celebrity even at home. Your home. So people change towards that. But I was associated and certain people. Then I wanted to always know, because I've been observing from a distance, or when you're home. Wherever you are with people.
Yes.
So there's not that the fame thing around Leisa or hey, Leisa Shule and all that. It will always be there for people who know you because of your work. Mara, I know that you don't want to make the next person feel worry. Leisa is now here and that thing. How would you? What's your approach towards that?
Look, I grew up in an environment where my name is Slowly. Slowly. What a name, you know?
Yeah.
People, I always tell people, surround yourself with people who genuinely love you.
Yes.
So they'll never see you as a celebrity. And anyway, I want a celebrity how market that you can. Now, because the celebrity up default. You should get to faming, get about UIF, get market dealer heck, to come nice.
Yeah.
So it's like, and when you come back, I'm sorry, Surena, Shapum Fana, Kavana, so there are people who will always remind you that you are this person.
Yeah, you will never change.
Yeah, you'll never change. And we are, this is who we are to you.
Yeah, true.
And this is who you are to us. And this is a natural relationship.
That will forever stay.
Yeah. So you can't really do it. You can't do so it's like, okay, whatever. Okay.
And it will never change.
Yeah, no, it's right. So people who you meet along the way of life, they will come to want to be close to you for different reasons.
Yeah, true.
And do things that are unprincipled. And you find comfort in that.
Yeah.
Unsustainable relationship.
Yes.
So, and because so not to me, I've not made new friends.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm still old me, and there's nothing new about me.
Now, how were you received in the space of TV? I watched those Mzansi Magic and all those things. The river and all those things. How were you received? Like, you would get there? I get it. Let's say one is get there for set.
Yes.
Then you have to shoot. It's just one of us who's coming to shoot with us. Have you had that? And then you have to shoot. Will that experience now? They know who's here. Leisa came. Now we're gonna shoot. Or had it always been that it's one of us? We just have to shoot. It's work. Work is work.
Look, I arrived at the river. I met legends there.
Yes.
It was a shoot of a one day for the character.
For the character, yes.
And I found legends there, and I've realized that these comrades know each other, and they are from school.
Oh, yeah.
Most of them, they're graduates. And then, but they didn't know me, but first line I said, they dropped cameras and laughed.
Yeah.
And then they said, who's this guy? So funny. And then they started Googling, oh, it's that petty guy. But all I'm saying is that I've always been received as a normal person.
Oh, yeah, I see.
Some thought I'm an extra. Because, I've never been auditioned for anything. Yeah, I just get a call, come, we have a role for you, send us a video. I said, it's okay. Like the river, I thought is a scam. They called me around 9. And then around 12, they said I must come tomorrow for what you call audition. I said, no, don't come tomorrow. Tomorrow you must come to the set.
Yeah.
And then around 12, they said, no, we want your sizes. One scammer, you know.
So quick.
So quick. And then tomorrow, and then there's a car in my gate in the 5 a.m. in the morning. I went to shoot. So I've never really, I don't believe more.
Oh yeah.
That's what I can ideal anything. There is a song by Sipho Makaban, and it was a revelation in my life. Ati ongisiza ongicina Nkosi.
Yeah.
Ungisize ngingabi ungisize endleleni ngingakuhluphe endleleni.
Okay.
You know, ongisiza ongicina ngingakuhluphe endleleni ngibe othembekayo embusweni wakho. So my principle kilega dula faswande garmaren. You know, the situation of me and my family demand mercy and a miracle. And how do I receive that grace? Yeah, how? Mama must baby.
Yeah.
Maren, I can rap like which or it's about so when out about 6 o'clock. So that's my principle. So I can go to my because being a child of God, you look around your family, there is so many misery, agony, poverty, even in your community, and then you are in something, affording that sneaker, and being where you never thought you would be. So what do you have to say to yourself, Zemren? If I ever one day want to complain, please block my tongue between my mouth.
Yeah.
I don't want this because you know what is best for me. I never even thought. If you asked me 4 years ago, I've been in the game for 3 years, that I would be where I am. And, you know, I was a business person, hustling, doing politics, there and there. But I've never thought I would be where I am. But being here is a sign that there is someone who's above all of us.
Yeah, there's grace here.
Yes, who knows our destiny, and he knows. nakomang re dirang. So it was just an affirmation. Leisa La Maisa concept. Or indeed, go ne motho a leng ka godimo ga rena re ka bolela wara wa dia se wa leka se go tse motho a re ke swere connection. You know, I tell people, how many people who went to Joburg, were by or record the studio, I meet Yamola, about meet the guitar, I am Muto, I am recorder when Mutoile kept us as Muton. You know, dreams are okay, but dreams can also make you fall into a trap of desperation. True. So I don't operate like that. I take it one step at a time. And then I'm okay with it.
Chep?
Yes.
Chep.
Yeah.
And I've been taking the videos, sorry. It has been that in thing. Like formula.
Yes, our own thing.
Your own thing, and it worked. Because it was attacked.
Yes.
Yeah, it was more like you know, it was a concept it was questioned for the longest of time. Every time I would see the videos challenge and everything, it was something that one had to understand, or it's your own thing. You did it out of love. And for as long as it makes you